Never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll run into smoke when the fire is clear.
Hi my heroes and heroines, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, I get asked this question so much, and it's probably because I am in the cosplay community. So, and as we know, and as you know, the title of this, video here, OnlyFans and Lou cosplayers kind of have, make this migration together, and we are seeing it more and more each and every day. However, I want to say disclaimer, by no means, these are just like my thoughts, and by no means I am here to judge anyone. However, you are going to hear my raw, real truth. So whatever you want to do with me after this, it's okay. I will be perfectly fine. It's fine. However, I'm going to let you know the truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly of having a OnlyFans, or if you are considering having an OnlyFans. I do not have an OnlyFans. I do have friends and associates and acquaintances that have OnlyFans. So I have seen a lot, I have heard a lot, and the number one thing, or the number one question that I get asked is, do I feel like is something that cosplayers should be doing, or is it right? Or listen, we all have been in a pandemic, and this pandemic, a lot of people have lost their jobs. If you don't know, women make up half or more than the men in the workforce. We make up more than half. So a lot of women have lost their jobs within this pandemic. And before we had the economic, the unemployment economic relief, a lot of people were trying to find different streams of money to support their families, pay bills, pay rent. So by no means, if whatever you have to do, if it doesn't hurt anyone to support your family or yourself, do it. It's okay. However, a lot of women did, after losing their jobs, a lot of women did start to create these OnlyFans pages. And a lot of women that cosplay are mothers. And a lot of women that cosplay, and men that aren't parents, they still make creator OnlyFans content. So this is something that I have noticed, and it was a rise, and I think about 75% rise in the OnlyFans creator pages. So I know people think when they get these when they do these OnlyFans pages, or when they are creating, they probably feel that they're going to have this windfall of money, or earn this significant amount of money, and that's not the case. On average, people make about $180 to $200 per month on OnlyFans. Not per hour, not per week. $180 to $200 per month. That's an average, ladies and gentlemen. That's an average. So if you're really thinking about doing this, make sure you mental note that, okay? That is something that a lot of, it kind of makes me upset, but a lot of famous people who got rich off this, or just people who just getting a lot of money, and remember, you really don't know where that money is coming from, but they're glamorizing this type of platform. And the reality is a lot of people aren't going to make that much. It's just not going to happen. They're not going to have a platform like this or like that. Let's be real here. If you are doing something to jeopardize or possibly jeopardize your career future, especially if you have other goals in mind, please rethink certain things or certain choices and decisions that you make in the present, and it will have some effect on you in the future. It really would. You have to know that, you know, everything that happens, it doesn't last. If you're going through a hard time, it's not gonna last. I promise you, it's not gonna last. So be very mindful and cognitive of your decisions that you make, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm really speaking to my ladies on this, because like I said, you know, everything that we do in terms of the community and our cosplay is we have a track record and we have a little like paper trail, you know. So you have to be mindful of that as well. I can remember when I was featured on DC Fandom, before that even happened, they asked me, I mean, in everything, they will ask you, especially with companies like Marvel or DC, they're going to ask you for your social media handle, and like your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook, Tumblr, whatever you have. A big box office business, multi-million-dollar business will ask you for those things, because a lot of people put all their lives, their complete lives, and what they think, what they really think online. And so you have to be careful for that. You have to be careful about what you say and how you appear, because to be honest, and like I'm keeping it real here, they're not going to hire someone to be a lead in Disney or lead princess or prince on Pixar or DreamWorks or Marvel. They're not going to hire someone who has a background that include sex work or a lot of sex work or even certain lewd photos. The only thing that could be probably passable is some type of Victoria's Secret type of thing that you have done in the past. And just be aware of that. Be very aware of that. If that's your goal, remember, have a goal. Have a goal. Have a career goal. Remember that. If that's something that you want to do, acting, like I said, acting, singing, voiceover, like I said, all of that. If you want to have a career in that, make sure that you are prepared for the consequences and possibly not getting that job because you have done OnlyFans or anything like that. Everything has a time stamp to it. Always remember that. Everything has a time stamp to it. So it is very important to have an end goal in that. You feel me, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you guys do, because this is very important, and I've been seeing this a lot. So I just want to offer like that piece of advice to everyone that's even thinking about getting into that, because the world is still the way it is, and we still have little boys and girls looking up to us. And if you don't want to be a role model, then okay, you don't want to be a role model, but I want to be a role model. And yes, there's no perfect, wholesome person in this world. No. However, these businesses aren't not even thinking about hiring a person that can tarnish their reputation, because that's what all these businesses care about. All they care about is their reputation. And how are you going to represent them? Are you going to represent them in a positive light or a negative light? That's where it all boils down to it. That's it. So these are things that you have to think about in terms of being a cosplayer and doing OnlyFans. That cannot be a long-term job that you do. It just can't. And nothing is worth your dignity. Nothing, no type of money. And I know things get hard. I'm going to say this, situations get hard, but they never stay the same. It's not always going to be the same. Situations change, and you come out of it. We tend to come out of very difficult hardships that we go through in life. So I say this, and hopefully you can take this away. Be very mindful of everything that you do in terms of your cosplaying, your pictures, all of that. And if you're not trying to be this role model, then that's okay too. That's okay too. But I know I like being a role model, and for really great reasons. But just think about a lot of stuff that that you do in terms of when it comes to sex work, and when it comes to being something of a fun nature and cosplaying and all of this stuff. And then you go into another realm where you have explicit sex work out there to the public that could be found on any or certain platforms. So what do you guys think? Do you guys are you seeing cosplaying and the OnlyFans communities merging? I have friends and associates, and I tell, like I said, I just pray and that they are safe, and I make sure that they know what to know in like the future, and like what are your plans. And if you are a cosplayer and you have an OnlyFans, what your experience has been like. I would love to know that in the comment box. So thank you guys for coming to my channel and us talking about this. And this was very refreshing topic. However, I absolutely love just bringing this to you guys. But once again, I love you guys. Barbie Cosplay out. Thank you again. Bye.